Hello, I welcome you once again to Jorut Academy, and this happens to be our first lesson in our video editing lesson. Now, with this lesson, we are going to start with the interface. We are going to talk about the software that we are going to use, the interface, and some of the features of the software. Now, the software we are going to use is TechSmith Camtasia 2019 version. That's what we are going to use. For simplicity purpose, that's why I've shared the software to you, so you can be familiar with the software and go along as we go through this lesson. Now, when you launch the software, this is the interface you are going to encounter, you are going to meet. So the interface, we have the getting started section where you can see the new project, the new recording, and then open project. So the new project, that's where you're going to start a new project. So if you have a video, if you have an image, a combination of image or audios that you want to edit, you want to create some effective editing to it, that's where you're going to use the new project. And when you go to the new recordings, for instance, if you want to record your screen, if you want to have a recording of your voice or any other recording, then it's also a form of new project. But the difference between the new project and the recording is that with the new project, you already have the file or the video that you want to work on it. But the recording, you are now going to record the screen and to get the video file. Okay, so that is it. Then we also have the open project. There are some projects you have already worked on that maybe you could not finish editing. You want to continue. That's where you are going to have the open project. Okay, so let's start from new project. So if you click on new project, this is the interface you are going to encounter, and we call this is the dashboard or the interface, the full interface of your editor. Now let's start with the first section here. We have the file, the edit, the modify, view, share, help. We call this one the menu bar alongside the title bar. So with this title bar, you are going to find the title or the file name of your project. So the name you give to your project, if you save it, the data you use to save your project, you find it here at the title bar alongside the menu bar. So at the menu bar, we have different options that you can work on. So as we go on, we use them one after the other. Now we also have a button here which says to record. So if you want to record something or you record your screen, you just hit on this button here to open the record panel for you to start recording your screen. Now under recording, we have this list of items here. We have the media, the library, annotations, transition, behavior, and we also have animations here. We can still have more. When you click on more, there are other options or the other lists that you can see. We call these lists the tools. So these are the tools that you are going to use in editing your software, your file or your video. If everything that you want to do with your video, these are the things, or these are the items that will help you to make a good and powerful professional video. So we call this the tool bar, or sorry, the tool box or the tool section. Okay, so if you come to this section here, this section beside the tool section, you see that when you click on the selected tool, let's see, the media is now selected. So you click on media, so that panel will be hidden. If you click on the media again, so that it will come back again. We call this one the option, the tool option column. With this tool option column, it gives you options to the types of tools you can use. Let's say if you click on media, It gives you options of media tools you can use. Now the next one is the library. The library, it also talks about some other features that helps your editing to be effective. So the library, we have the icon library. So under the icon library, we have different options that you can select from. So as we go on, we'll be using them. So we also have the intros library too. There are different items there. We have the lower third. We are going to use them one after the other. So don't worry if you don't know how to use it. We are going to do them one after the other. We also have the media track, the motion background, the outros, and you can even download more of these from the internet. So if you click on download more assets to help you to get them. So this is what the library. Now we have the annotations. So with the annotations, we have the text format. If you want to add text to your system, we go to the annotation. If you want to add arrows, there are so many things you can add to your project in terms of annotation. That's text, lines, shapes, and others. That's where we go to annotations. We are going to deal with that as we go on in our video, in our lesson. Sorry. Now we have something called transition. It's also part of the tools. The transition, when we talk transitions, that is moving from one file to another. Let's say you see a video is a series of pictures. It's a series of pictures that have been arranged sequentially. So if you have a picture, you have a video, and you expand it more, you see that it contains series of different pictures. See, so moving from one picture to another is what the term of transition. So you can add transition to it. How you want your system to animate while moving from one file or one stage to another. That's the transition. So we have different transitions that we are going to work on. We have the fade, we have the flip, we have the fade through, black, and so many other transitions that you can work on. And the next thing is behavior. The behavior, it talks about how you want your text to animate, how you want your text to behave, how you want your text to be displayed on your video. We are going to use that one in our subsequent videos or subsequent lessons. Then we also have animations. If you want to animate your system, you can zoom it, you can use other animations on your system. So we have the zoom and pan or zoom and pan, and you have the animations there. So when we go further in our lessons, we are going to learn how to use it. Okay, so when you hit on the more, you have the cursor effects. That's how your cursor, let's say you are doing a tutorial video and you want your cursor, the viewers to follow where your cursor is moving to. You can use the cursor effect to add some effects to your cursor movement. You can also have voice narration, that voiceover. You want to add voice to your video, you can use this tool. You have the audio effects. That's the audio in your video. If you want to manipulate the audio, you use the audio effect. The visual effect also, we have it there. You have the interactivity and you have the caption. So if you want to caption your video, you use this tool. So this is what we term as the toolbar. Now let me show you something. Whilst we select a tool, so let me try to select a tool. Okay, this is a tool. Okay, this is a tool, a video tool that we are going to use. So let me try to select it and place it here. We'll talk about that one later on. But I want you to show you something. So that the moment something is placed on your we call this one the timeline. This section, we call this section the timeline. So if any file or if any tool or if any object is placed on your timeline, it will have its corresponding property for you to manipulate. So this section we call the property. So with this file contains two media, so we can split it. So let's let's split the media so that I can use to show something. So when I split the media, we have the audio and the video, so that you have two files. So the moment you select this, you select the two together, you see that you have two tabs here. The first one is for the audio, that's the visual effects. Then you have the audio effects. So you want to edit the visibility of your file or the visual property of your file, then you select this one. If you want to edit the audio property, then you select this one too. So as we go on, we're going to learn how to use them in our editing. So if you select just one, so that you have the audio, we've selected the audio, that's where we have the audio file activated. We select the video one will be activated. So this one we call the option or the property panel. The property panel, that's the name of the property panel. Now you can see there's a black section here. We call this one the canvas. So the canvas is the display of every editing that you have done. That's the preview of your projects. So we call it the canvas. So the canvas. Now the canvas area, we have some options here. These options here helps you to preview your projects. So we have the play button here. When you click on the play button, it will start playing what you have designed so far. That's your preview project. So you have the movement, the back movement, the front movement. You have that one. You are going to use them as we go on. So we have the control or the level of your paid media. So we have this one also there. So this level here, or this line here, has a corresponding to something we call the playhead. So you see that there's a line crossing the timeline. We call this one the playhead. So the playhead will help you identify where you are now in relation to your time of the time that the video has been played. So if you look just below this side, you can see that some numbers have been written there. That's what the timeline. So this timeline and the playhead, where the playhead is placed, will tell you that you have played, let's say 10 seconds, you have played 9 seconds, and whatever. So that's what the timeline and the playhead. Now we also have the track. You have the track 1 and track 2. So any item that you add, it can be in different tracks. Now you see that we have two tracks. We have the track 1 for the video, we have track 2 for the audio. So if you want to add a new thing and the playhead is just beside here, if anything you want to add, you can add it to where the playhead is. So let's say I want to add a video, an image. Let's say this video, I want to add it to the playhead again. So just right click and then add to it, add timeline at playhead. So you see that we added here, and that will be the track 3. I hope you are getting me. So this is what the tracks. We are going to learn so many things. We are going to learn how to manipulate this thing, and everything that you do, every editing that you want to do is done on the timeline. Every editing is done on the timeline, not the preview. So the preview just helps you to display the editing you have done so far. But if you want to do anything, if you want to cut a portion, if you want to merge a portion, if you want to copy and paste any other, you just do it on the timeline. Okay, so I think that's all for now in this lesson. I'll end here, and the next lesson we move forward. Thank you all, and God bless you for having the trust in me. Bye bye.